So not much is going to happen with this thing. It's basically going to be business as usual, more or less. You know, there's some protests going on and stuff. But I'll tell you why. You know, during the George Floyd time, there was a police beat down or killing. I don't remember what it was, but it was like, it happened right around that time when people were hyper, like more aware and fixated on those things. And, but unfortunately, and I knew it watching it, unfortunately it was a white guy, you know, and it just got brushed under the rug. And why? Is it because people don't care if white people are killed? No, that's not why. But the reason is because with all this kind of stuff, there's a certain narrative that goes along with it. You know, this is a group of people. There's always going to be an overall sort of narrative when you get large groups of people doing stuff like together. So it was white. Now, from what I understand, it was Renee. I believe she was white, and she was just shot in the face because ICE doesn't, give a fuck. Just like, don't drive away from me. And then, never mind the fact that then she crashed the car because you shot someone in the face who's driving it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It messes up the narrative because while it is true that the entirety of this ICE stuff and much of the FAGA movement is essentially born out of white supremacy, right? So what that is the fact that Trump himself always, would emphatically say, no matter what I talked about on the campaign trail, like my most important issue was immigration. Like that was my most important issue. And the reason that people do immigration is because they want America to be white. They also want it to be English speaking. They want it to be white people stuff. That's what they want. Okay. Same in England and Europe. Okay. So like they are correct when they say that they just basically want to get rid of people that aren't white, and that's what the ICE is there to do, and that's what they, the faggots jerk off to. They're right, okay? But unfortunately, that makes something like this fall flat, which is a real shame, because, I mean, it's not right. It's not right, but it's unfortunate. But I definitely can see it, If it had been an immigrant, that's how it works. This is all about racism. I mean, I know that sounds a little, but I'm just telling you, like people are talking today about like the Somalis. What does that have to do with what ICE did shooting a person in the face? Either side to talk about the Somali thing. What does that matter? You got immigration police out acting with it's like the normal police, but just like bumbling, fat, like Keystone Cop, hillbilly, hit Nazi. You know what I mean? Like it's like normal cops without the decorum. Like ICE make you realize, like in a certain respect, how good you have it with the police. So. Yeah, it should be more than a march and stuff, but people just aren't getting it. I heard in Minneapolis, it's not. I heard some Black Lives Matter talk in Minneapolis and stuff. It's like that's not what it's. Oh, man. So the same way that white guy, whose name I don't remember, of course, there was an extended video of him just being ridiculously beaten to death or almost to death by the police. Like I knew instantly that it wasn't going to matter. It wasn't going to get legs. The story wasn't going to get legs. And that's just true. That's just reality. That's not to say that, then George Floyd was exaggerating. No, all of it's fucked up. But yeah. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope everyone's going to go out and fuck shit up. And if they fuck shit up locally, I'll live stream it. So let me know.